From predicting his own future to literally having the luckiest contestants you'll ever see.
I don't even know what to do. That was just like, wow.
These are 1 in a million MrBeast moments. And first up, this guy right here just became the smartest MrBeast contestant in history. And somehow he managed to trick the entire team.
We're gonna be here a while. Does anybody need a snack?
Wait, you're definitely eliminated.
You did say red light, green light at the end.
Red light. Let me review the footage and see if he's correct.
When you were explaining the rules, you said
Red light, green light? There's no time limit. Yeah, we have our first finisher by technicality.
I was worried I threw it all away when I thought I heard it.
That guy was a genius, but not as genius as what MrBeast did right here.
Every dog in this dog shelter will get adopted. We are going to launch the biggest marketing campaign you have ever seen.
MrBeast was adopting every dog in his local dog shelter by finding them a new owners, but one dog couldn't find her owner to the very end of the video. It was the last dog in the entire shelter, and nobody was adopting her, not even MrBeast's friends. So then Jimmy decided to do one thing that nobody was expecting him to do.
Pinky is the last dog remaining. Hey, you girl. I'm gonna go ahead and call Maddie and tell her to come. She is conveniently the last dog at the shelter, which I think is a sign. Do you think we should adopt Pinky?
Absolutely.
You're 100% sure?
Yes.
I guess we're gonna adopt you, Pinky.
MrBeast is a true hero for doing this, but the next story had literally 1 in a million chance of happening. See, right now Mr. Bleach has a lot of money, but when he was just a teenager, he wasn't able to afford filming very expensive videos, so he decided to do something else. Jimmy had an idea to count to 100,000, but he knew it's gonna take over 24 hours of real time. But Jimmy also liked Naruto, which is an anime with over 700 episodes. And this was the moment when MrBeast knew that he's gonna make history.
So that's how I did this. So there's a show called Naruto that has 700 episodes. I got hooked on it, but I was like, this is way too much time. I can't watch 700 episodes of this shit. So I was like, how do I make money while I consume 700 episodes of this goddamn show?
This was a huge success for Jimmy. The same day, he literally spent over 24 hours counting to 100,000 while watching a goddamn Naruto at the same time throughout the entire video.
And then I just was brainstorming. I was like, what if I just film myself counting while I watch Naruto? So then I just literally turned on my webcam and I watched it for 24 hours straight while counting. And that was my way of making money while I watched the show.
How does your brain even process what's happening?
And this video literally started MrBeast's career as a YouTuber. So without Naruto, MrBeast simply wouldn't be here today. And talking of YouTube, MrBeast just surpassed a series in subscribers, meaning that right now, he is the most subscribed person on the planet. But what if I told you that this was actually supposed to never happen? Going back in time, when MrBeast was helping PewDiePie to fight T-Series, Jimmy only had a couple of million subscribers. He was advertising PewDiePie on the Super Bowl, and even said PewDiePie 100,000 times in a row.
PewDiePie. You know, because I suck a lot of dick. I can say that because no one's gonna watch till the end, watch this part. I think. I hope. PewDiePie.
But here's one dirty little secret behind this PewDiePie situation. Because on December 16th, 2018, MrBeast made a tweet saying that if he's ever get close to PewDiePie, he's gonna delete his channel out of respect. Right now, MrBeast has over 300 million subscribers on his YouTube channel, which is almost 3 times more than PewDiePie has. So not only Jimmy was supposed to delete his channel almost 2 years ago, he's also decided to hide this lie by deleting the tweet. Before MrBeast deleted this tweet, it actually had over 12,000 likes, but apparently Jimmy didn't want to lose his entire channel because of a stupid tweet he made years ago. And we all know that MrBeast never lies, but apparently that's not exactly true now. So we all kind of lucky Jimmy is still here, but not as lucky as this guy. His name is Mac, and he has officially became the luckiest MrBeast contestant of all time. And I'm not even joking. I promise that his story will just shock you. People call him the main character of MrBeast's channel, and it's all because he is the only guy in history who was allowed to participate in the challenges as many times as he wants until he finally wins.
I think you can see what the trap is. If you touch a laser, the door's gonna slam closed.
The story of this guy is actually 1 in a million. And in this very first challenge, he was facing the most dangerous traps in the world. Mac was getting over $100,000 for every trap he survived. And he was doing great until he reached the honeycomb challenge, which turned out to be the hardest one for him.
Just like in Squid Game, you have a honeycomb here. You have to cut out the shape that's there and put that exact shape on the scanner. Wait, what just happened? Oh no.
Mac was literally crying right here, and everyone thought it was over for him until half a year later he got in a challenge again, and this time it was 10 times crazier.
You have to survive 10 minutes with 1,000 spiders to move up. Oh. Release the spiders! Oh.
In this video, Mac was facing his biggest fears for $800,000, including sitting with spiders, jumping from 200 feet with no parachute, and even surviving in a sinking car. Mac was doing better than ever until he faced his biggest fear, and this was his fear of failure.
This is from my nightmares, man. I do not want to be here again.
And you won't believe it, but Mac failed again. MrBeast gave him the second chance and even asked him to walk away with money, but this dude somehow lost the second attempt too. But his story wouldn't be there if MrBeast didn't invite him once again for the third time, this time for the final challenge.
I have built the most deadly obstacle course in the world, and my friend Mac here is attempting to complete it without falling 200 feet to the ground.
This one is my favorite MrBeast video of all time, and Mac has finally won the money here. He survived lots of different traps in this video, and Jimmy literally made him go through hell to win his money. The story of this guy is just insane, and I don't think MrBeast will ever have a contestant like Mac ever again.
You did it! After 3 tries, you finally did it! For the first time, he is holding the money that he has won.
And we all know MrBeast's girlfriend Thea, but what if I told you that in reality, these two are never supposed to meet each other? It started in 2021 after MrBeast and his ex-girlfriend Maddie broke up. Jimmy was about to film the 50 hours in Antarctica video, but something went not as he expected.
We were doing a video where you're gonna spend 50 hours in Antarctica. Me, Logan Paul, Casey Neistat, we all flew to South Africa. We're about to board a plane to go over to Antarctica, and we just get a call. Everyone in Antarctica got COVID.
The entire filming team had to stop in South Africa because they couldn't go any further while being sick. This was the key moment for Jimmy.
I was hanging out with this person at dinner, and then her friend just stopped by, who ended up becoming my girlfriend. She was like, hey, do you mind if my friend stops by for like 2 minutes? I was like, sure. And the second I saw Tia, I was like, holy like, she's hot as
But Jimmy was tired of some gold diggers, and his first date wasn't something that you expect, because he was asking Thea a whole damn list of questions to spot if she was looking for money instead of love. Here's what she said.
He started asking me a lot of questions. Little did I know he was actually like going off a list because he was looking for a new girlfriend potentially, and he had this whole list. He's like, she has to have a hobby, she has to have some interest, she has to do this and that.
Turns out that none of these two go clubbing, and MrBeast wasn't even supposed to be in South Africa. This entire love story is 1 in a billion. Right now, both of them living in America inside of 200 square feet studio in the MrBeast headquarters. They also got a cat named Satan, and I don't think Chandler will approve such a name. But sometimes MrBeast's videos go not the way he wants.
We are now stranded on this deserted island in the middle of the ocean, and we're gonna be stranded here for the next 7 days.
This video, named 7 Days Stranded on an Island, became an absolute nightmare for Jimmy, and literally everything was making MrBeast delete this video forever. It wasn't even supposed to be filmed at all, and Jimmy literally failed the challenge on the second day.
We went to spend 7 days on a deserted island, and it was very hot. There's a lot of sun, because I get very paranoid. I don't want to get sunburn and skin damage, and there's a lot of bugs. And I mean, I was getting just destroyed by bugs. And on day 2, I woke up, and my leg just had like 100 bug bites on it, both of them. I was sunburned. It was like so hot. It was miserable. And I was like, I can't do 5 more days of that.
This exact story was an absolute secret until now, and it's actually the first time in a MrBeast channel's history when he failed a challenge, but then came back and filmed it again.
But then I'm like, on the boat right back, I'm like, I lost. And then now I'm like, it's messing with my head. I can't. So then we came back, refilmed at a different point, and did the 7 days.
MrBeast can do everything for his subscribers, and that's why he's the greatest YouTuber of our generation. But the next moment from one of Mr. Breast's videos not only almost killed his reputation, but literally almost killed Jimmy himself.
It's hot as fuck in there.
Oh my god, I need some. I felt like I was gonna die.
This video is named Winning a Game of Fortnite in the Middle of the Ocean, and it might be the worst planned MrBeast video of all time. In the very beginning, Jimmy was going to play Fortnite from his iPhone inside of this plastic ball while being in the ocean.
John Wick. It was a John Wick.
After a few failed attempts, MrBeast took a laptop from Chris and started playing again. This time, Fortnite didn't even launch, and it was so hot that Jimmy almost fainted. Then he started playing on this little yacht, and when he was about to win, his computer just died.
Shut up, Seagull! No, it died! Oh.
And then MrBeast finally won. But there's something that you don't really expect.
Oh! I got him! All right, dude. Oh, we're in the ocean. And we're recording this.
Oh, crap.
Wait.
And I guess we all can admit this as probably one of the dumbest MrBeast ideas ever. But the next guys were trying to make MrBeast a bankrupt. These two guys, Dave and Patrick, actually made history by being the smartest MrBeast contestants to ever appear on his channel.
These guys were so serious about winning that they used a tape measure to measure the dimensions of the triangle and then measure the dimensions of the boxes so they could perfectly fit them in.
The challenge was to put as many items as you can in this little triangle, and MrBeast was gonna buy it for free. And my goodness, these guys did something impossible.
You put these large boxes, you filled it to the brim in the middle, and you still have over half the store left.
But that wasn't even a first half of what they put it in, and you literally won't believe how much it cost for MrBeast later.
There's a lot of opportunity for everything to go wrong, and I will cry.
He is less than 1 pinky away from the triangle.
3, 2,
1. Everyone let go. Everyone let go. No one touching it?
way.
No one. Oh! Congratulations!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Nothing is touching it.
We did it!
I don't know how you did it.
What did you do today? Oh, I went to work. I had some dinner. What did you do? I won a GameStop!
How is this still up here?
These guys were born to be in a MrBeast video, and as you can see, there's literally nothing left in this GameStop outside of this triangle, which basically means these two just made Jimmy buy them the entire store. That's actually the first time in history of Jimmy's channel when somebody managed to fit every single item from the store inside such a small triangle. And talking about smart people, here's the MrBeast's cameraman. His name is Tariq, and he's the smartest guy in the MrBeast team. But what if I told you that the entire world was against Jimmy and Tariq working together? This story is on a whole different level of luck.
How did you meet Tariq?
Oh,
Here, right?
that's a funny story. Tariq, come on in. Come here. So, here you go.
Tariq,
So this is my cameraman, Tariq.
It started in 2017 when MrBeast didn't have money and was only dreaming about being famous YouTuber.
I went to a comedy show and Tariq was doing comedy and all the ones that made me laugh, I just was like writing down a notepad. And then after the comedy show, I just walked backstage and I just walked up to people and I was like, yo, you're funny, you want a job? And we're like a YouTuber.
Tariq simply said no to MrBeast back then, but this was only the beginning. After Tariq finally agreed to film a couple MrBeast videos and things just started to get well, something bad actually happened.
And then he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I just got a job at the hospital. And so then Tariq left for a year.
After leaving MrBeast for an entire year just to work in the hospital, everything started to get worse for Tariq. And this was the time he decided to apologize to Jimmy.
And Tariq's like, yo, I hate working at the hospital. And he's like, I'm miserable. And I'm like, well, you're in luck. I still want you. Get your over here. And then he started like, we could go to the hospital and work at night. And I was like, yo, I want all your time. Like, quit.
But even after Tariq was about to work for MrBeast, his family was completely against it. Tariq is from Saudi Arabia, and his family are deeply religious Muslims. They're very conservative, and when Tariq told them that he's leaving the hospital to make some funny videos on YouTube, they were literally speechless. So MrBeast even had to speak directly with Tariq's family to get the permission for their son to work for him. And right now, Tariq is a constant member of MrBeast's team, and probably one of the highest paid cameramen on the planet. But the next grandma from a MrBeast video officially made the greatest comeback of her life, which had less than 0.1% chance of happening.
You're currently at 18 marbles, and you're at 2 marbles.
It's okay. So sorry.
It happened in the age 1 to 100 video, and this 52-year-old lady was literally crying before losing all of her marbles. This challenge was from a Squid Game series where you have to play rock, paper, scissors to win other contestants' marbles. This grandma lost over 10 times in a row to another woman right here, but then something impossible started to happen.
Whoa, there might be a comeback.
It might be.
She suddenly started winning every single rock, paper, scissors game, and just a few minutes later, tables turned the way nobody expected.
30 seconds remain.
Okay, we're down to the last 2. It was the same position as this, only a couple minutes ago.
And the thing is, a minute ago, it was me.
Is there anything you want to say to each other before this?
I love you. Let's just do this, right? It's okay, congratulations.
Yeah.
And even though the winner of this video was a 40-year-old guy who secured a bag with $500,000, this 52-year-old made it to the final challenge. Not only she made a greatest comeback in MrBeast's channel history, she's also won $10,000 and even a trip to Disneyland in the end of the video.
Even though you didn't win, we still want to give you $10,000 and your family a trip to Disneyland to make things a little better. They're still gonna go.
Yay!
This has to be one of the most emotional videos ever. But the next one in a million story literally put MrBeast's life on the edge, because being worth over $1 billion might actually become dangerous for you. In June 2023, MrBeast was invited to a submarine with 4 other billionaires to explore the Titanic wreck about 12,000 feet underwater. This might be the scariest story in this video. The wild part is that MrBeast was actually supposed to be there, filming one of the craziest videos in his career. This submarine went underwater on June 21st and sank a few hours later. Obviously, all 4 billionaires died, and MrBeast was about to be among them. On June 25th, just a few days after the Titanic submarine sank, MrBeast posted a tweet saying, "I was invited earlier this month to ride the Titanic submarine, and I said no. Kinda scary that I could have been on it." Some people don't believe MrBeast, saying that these messages were faked and Jimmy wasn't actually invited. This even caused a big drama because the messages in this tweet are blue-colored, which means Jimmy was the one who sent it. And apparently we'll never know if it was true or not, but avoiding this submarine trip literally saved MrBeast's entire life. But what if I told you there's one video MrBeast filmed that he actually wanted to never release. But one guy was literally begging for Jimmy to publish it. It's named I Buried $100,000, Go Find It. But if you look all over MrBeast's channel, you're not going to be able to find it, because this video was actually uploaded on Ludwig's channel, who is MrBeast's close friend. And the story behind this video is just absolutely insane.
Hey guys, MrBeast here. I spent over $1 million filming this video, but didn't like how it turned out. So instead of scrapping it, I decided to give it to Ludwig to upload on his channel because he flew to North Carolina to be in the video. Enjoy.
Enjoy! Apart from this intro, it's just a regular MrBeast video where he buried some cash and two guys were trying to find it before each other. But the story after the video was already recorded was something that Jimmy didn't really like. And even the description says that MrBeast was scammed.
Be a shoot in the morning. That was
Okay, that's fine. Cancel it. So I'll have a private jet pick you up Thursday night and fly you over here. Okay? I need you for a video.
and everyone knows how that ends. I went on a private jet to MrBeast's place.
So Ludwig flew to MrBeast on a private jet to film a bunch of videos together. But after they filmed this one, and it was about to be released on a MrBeast channel, Jimmy suddenly said no to his entire team and even told them to delete this video forever with no reason. But then Ludwig asked Jimmy to give him the permission to publish this video on his channel, and MrBeast luckily said yes.
Dude, it would be so funny if that just immediately became your most watched video.
But there's only one thing on this planet that makes MrBeast the greatest YouTuber of our generation, and it's his philanthropy. While people talk about Jimmy as a YouTuber with a big money, he's actually been changing the world. There's not a single person on earth who loves saving lives as much as MrBeast. For the past couple of years, Jimmy donated tens of millions of dollars to people in need. From making 1,000 people see to making 1,000 people hear for the first time in their lives. He adopted 100 dogs and even has the biggest philanthropy media on the planet. The amount of good things Jimmy has ever done to people in need is literally countless. And doing all of these things makes MrBeast the real king of YouTube. And what MrBeast's doing for the world makes me actually think that there will never be such a kind person like him ever again.